again. This is another brush review. This brush review is the Sigma Ms. Bunny set. It is a completely vegan set of 12 brushes that are roughly $100. The brushes come in the signature Sigma little brush container. It's great for travel because it's a hard case. It keeps them safe. And then it breaks into 2 little cups that you can store your brushes in. I store mine in this little container that I got at Forever 21. And they look really cute in here. As far as appearance go, this is like in my top 3 of all brushes. Probably the top 2 that I've ever seen or had. They are so cute. It's like a baby blue with an orchid pink ferrule. The quality is exceptional on all of these. They're 100% vegan. There's no natural bristles in any of the set. The lettering, the Sigma with the numbering with which brush you have, is like a silver, but it's also holographic. They did a fantastic job on these brushes. I love them. There's a couple that aren't my favorites, but they're still usable in different ways. Okay, let's get started with the bigger brushes. This is it's the equivalent of a MAC, like a 150 brush, but 1,000 million times softer. This is how thick it is. And this is the powder brush. It's the large powder F30 brush. And for blending, for anything like that, this is my favorite powder brush ever. It is so soft. It has to be like the second softest maybe brush I've ever tried. There's one that's a little bit softer. It's the Tarina Tarantino brush, but love this. Love it, love it, love it. Really hard to pick a favorite between those two, but it's a great brush. This makes the whole set worth it, in my opinion. Because if you get the MAC version, it's a lot stiffer. They're natural bristles. And that brush runs about $50 just by itself, the 150. So this is, just one in a set of 12 that is twice the brush of the MAC brush. This is the equivalent of a MAC 187. It's the F50. It's the stippling brush. This one does not work as well for me as the original Sigma F50. I don't know what the difference is, but for stippling, this one just seems like a little bit floppier. It is softer, but for stippling the product, it's just too floppy. But it's still a good brush. I like using it, but not exactly for that. I've used it a little bit more for like blending stuff and for blending blushes and things like that. This is the blush brush, or the angled contour brush. I use it for blush. It's very soft. Works great with the Trade Cheek blushes from MAC. Also works great with the MAC Mineral blushes. And it's the F40. And is a fantastically wonderful brush. MAC doesn't currently have a synthetic angled contour brush. They discontinued the 169. So this is really close to the 168, but synthetic, vegan, all that good stuff. Completely animal friendly. This is the F60. That is a foundation brush. I like it. It is definitely not even close to being as stiff as the MAC version or my other Sigma version. It's very soft. I love using this one for moisturizer, and especially to go into my eyes where it's really soft when I'm applying moisturizer under there. I love this one. This is the F70, and it's like, in my opinion, the equivalent of a MAC 275, and I don't use that brush ever, and I don't think I've ever picked this one up either. It is good for applying a color directly under the brow bone, but for whatever reason, I just don't ever grab it. The E40 is next. Excuse me. It is the equivalent of a MAC 224, but softer, crazy soft, really, really great brush for blending, especially in here, because it is so soft. It doesn't scratch, it doesn't irritate my eyes at all. The next one is the eye shading brush, the E55. That's the equivalent of a MAC 239. This is bigger, but it's great for packing on shadow to this part of the lid. I love it. Super soft, great brush. Picks up. I like it better with the mineralized eyeshadows than the regular ones. It works super great with my mineralized shadows. The next one is the small angle E65 brush. That is good for lining. I use it for powder, like eyeshadow to put on top of my liner. I haven't used it with the liquid liner. It's a lot softer, and it seems like it's longer too than my other Sigma E65 brush. This is, you know, one that I would not pick up over my other Sigma E65 because I like the way that one, where it's a little bit stiffer, how it works a little bit better for me. The next is the F70 concealer brush, and I don't use it for a concealer brush. I use it for eyeshadow as well because it's stiffer than the E55. It's stiffer and it does better with regular shadows, while this one does better with mineralized shadows, in my opinion. The next one, I have not used this one either, is the eyeliner, and I just don't think that the point is fine enough for me to get like a really fine line with a gel liner. I have used it though in place of the pencil brush because the pencil brush is great. It's really soft for applying color in the crease, but I've used this one for a more fine line when I'm doing that in the crease. So these two together work well. I have not, like I said, picked this one up to use with like regular gel eyeliner. The pencil brush is good. It's very soft. Not quite as good as my other Sigma brush or the Tarina Tarantino pencil brush or the MAC one, the 119. I'm having a like brain freeze, but I like the others better, and I honestly pick up the Tarina Tarantino one more than the Sigma or the MAC because it's black and it doesn't stain. So maybe that's just me being lazy about cleaning my brushes or like being scared of it staining. And the next one is the large shader brush, the E60. It's thick, soft, great brush. There's a good like weight to these handles. Very impressed again with the quality from Sigma. This one is good for packing on shadow too. And it also, in my opinion, does a little bit better with packing on shadow than this one does for the regular shadows. So that is my review of the collection, of the Ms. Bunny collection of brushes. I'm very happy with my purchase. These were not a gift. I don't even have like an affiliate thing with Sigma. This is 100% like unbiased review. They're great. Love them. There's a couple brushes that I found in other lines that I like better, but there's a couple in these that I found that I like as much or better too. If you're looking for a first set of brushes or you want to go like all synthetic, all vegan, this is a great value for really great brushes that you can make them work for everything. So thanks for watching my review. I hope it helped, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.